You know, the more I look at my tower, the more I regret not building the roof on top of it when I had the chance. Darn. Hey, hey, everybody, MntDewMania here. Welcome back to Vox Populi. And this is Friday, so that means it is time for a Redneck rant. And I've got kind of a nostalgic one for you today. Not so much a rant, but just general, uh, you know, I wish I had a, yeah, that sort of thing. If you're keeping up with me, I sincerely hope you are. You know we're on the letter R. R is for regret. Oh, yeah. Boy, do we have some of those. Uh-huh. Just so everybody knows what everybody's talking about, in the handy dandy dictionary it says, a feeling of sorrow or remorse for a fault, act, loss, disappointment, etc. Usually when you think about regret, you think about something not done, and that usually happens around, and I hate to say it, when somebody dies. You go to a funeral, you've known the person for a long time, and, of course, they've passed away, and of course, it's devastating for the family and for friends, and you start kind of reminiscing, about good times you've had together, things you've done, picnics maybe, working with them, just memories. And you start thinking about things that you wish you had have said or done or told them, and you regret not doing those things. And I think sometimes we're really hard on ourselves when it comes to things like that. Maybe sometimes we're a little too hard on ourselves. We all have regrets. Every one of us, even young, old, doesn't matter. You can look back and you can pinpoint a specific time or place or, happening, and you can regret something about it. You can regret not doing something. You can regret not taking a chance on something. You can regret not saying a certain thing to a certain person at that perfect time, knowing probably the results would have been different. I wish I'd told somebody that I really liked her in high school. I wish I had told so and so that what their friendship meant to me before they died, or moved away, or you lost touch with them. You regret going left instead of right. You regret saying yes instead of no. There's a thousand different ways that we can regret something in our lives. It's but sometimes I think we're really tough on ourselves. Oh man, I regret doing that. I kind of regret going there, But now, at the time that we were doing this thing, or saying this thing, or experiencing this thing, whatever it was, it might have been, making us happy at the time. You were dating some guy, Now you might regret it, but at the time, you didn't. Yeah, you were having a good time, You regret going on a certain trip, but at the time, it was a great trip. You really enjoyed it. So why should you look back and regret things that made you happy? Yeah, maybe it was with the wrong person. Now look at hindsight 2020, it could have been with the wrong person. But don't regret the actual thing that you enjoyed. Don't beat yourself up like that when you had a good time, or it was a good spot in your life. Circumstances now are probably a little different, and you probably regret that, but don't regret the happy time that you had. Victoria Holt says, never regret If it's good, it's wonderful. If it's bad, it's an experience. And I think sometimes we overlook that point. Everything that happens in your life to you, due to you doing something or somebody else, coming in contact with you, it's an experience. It's a learning experience. You learn something from it. It might not seem that way at the time, but you do. So don't be so negative about, regretting something if you learned something from it. Turn that negative into a positive. Think to yourself, okay, I kind of messed up. And I regret doing that, or I regret saying that, but it's also a lesson learned, and you can improve yourself. Well, man, I know not to say that again. I know not to do that again. I know not to try that again. Um, it really messed me up. It got me off track in my life, or, I ended up being stupid, and I regret doing that. Well, now you know. And we can teach that to others. You can teach it to your friends. You can teach it to your kids when you have kids, or don't think that um, it's a bad thing. I mean, there's going to be regrets in your life always. You can't avoid them, but you can learn from them. Mickey Rooney said, I don't regret anything I've ever done. I only wish I could have done more. Now, that is probably my take on it as well, because there are a lot of things, looking back as I'm getting much, much older than a lot of you guys, I am telling you right now, and we've talked about this so many times in so many different of these, don't waste time. Don't waste chances. Don't waste an opportunity to go somewhere, learn something, do something. I think one of my biggest regrets of all time is I didn't stick to my guns when I first started writing. Now, I do have several poems that are published, but I was always too scared, I guess, too afraid of rejection to try to get any of my stories or novellas or novels published. And I regret that. It's not too late. I'm 50. I sound like I'm 110, but I just regret not doing it early in life. I really, because I'm a good writer. I know I am. I can tell a story. It's just I regret not honing my skills very early on. It was something fun to do. It was a cool thing to do, to write down a story. I wish I had polished my craft, I guess you could say. It's I guess it's a lot of people say I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. And yeah, I totally agree with that. That's totally me. Um, we can all look back probably. Oh man, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd seen that. I wish I'd went there. I wish I'd taken the chance. And I would rather say, oh man, I I kind of regret doing that now. But at the time, I made a choice, and I'm better or worse for the experience. If I'm worse, maybe I learned a good lesson and I can pass that on. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's bittersweet in a way. You want to have good experiences. You don't want to regret anything, but sometimes things happen, and you need to go through them. You need to experience them, and hopefully you can learn a lesson from them and be a better person because of it. Drew Barrymore said, I never regret anything because every little detail of your life is what made you into you. Um, it made you who you are in the end. And that's very true. Everything that's ever happened to you, everything you've experienced, done, anything that's touched you in your life has made you the person you are right now. All the experiences, good or bad, has molded you and will continue to mold you into the person you will be. And how you take things and use them to your advantage, good or bad, things that happen, that's gonna be who you are. Are you going to bounce back from a tragedy, or are you going to whine and, oh God, I regret doing that. I'm never going to try anything else in my whole life? And I mean, are you going to become weaker for it? Are you going to become stronger for it? It's easy. It's easy to look back and just regret and not do anything. You know, I regret not getting, trying to publish anything writing. Well, what's stopping me now? Okay, you see what I'm saying? I'm not dead. I'm fairly intelligent. I mean, why am I still putting it off? You see what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, like I said, until you're dead, it's not over. And people give up too quickly, I think. Something happens, they regret doing it, they regret saying it, and they totally block that out of their life. Not going there again, not doing that again, not putting myself out there again. No, no, no. I'll regret that later, so I'm not going to do it now. And sometimes that's not a good way to live, is it? I mean, you can shut yourself off from experiences that could actually benefit you, if you let them. But sometimes we're just too scared to do it. You don't want to be laughed at. You don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to, have to go through all that pain again. No, done tried that. Regretted it. Nope, nope, nope. Not doing it ever again. Nope, that's it. And I think sometimes we sell ourselves short, don't we? And that's all of us. I think we've all got a story we could tell about regret. Looking back and saying, "Oh man, I wish I hadn't have done that. That was so stupid." And then, but you can, you see your kids or somebody younger than you, not as experienced as you, getting ready to do the same thing, and you tell them, how many times have you heard your parents, "Oh, don't do that, you'll regret it." They're talking from experience, guys. Trust me. My kids were always like, and probably all kids do it. You just don't know. You don't know how it is. You don't know what it's like to. Yeah, I do. Trust me. Been there, done that, screwed up with it, and I'm telling you, if you go that pathway, you're going to regret it. And my daughter is just now at, coming back and telling me, "You know what, Mom? I kind of see where you were coming from." And, so, she asked me, "Well, what would you do?" And even now, I think she struggles to understand that I can't tell her what to do because she needs to experience things for herself. What happened to me might not happen to her the same way. But I don't want her to not try something and regret it later. She needs to grow like that as a person. I think we all do. So, my dad always told me, he goes, there are no regrets, it's just lessons learned. Everything that happens, whether you believe in fate or karma or whatever, everything happens, and it's going to happen to you. It's going to be a good experience or a bad experience, and you've got to learn how you're going to deal with it, but don't regret going through it. We regret so much in our lives that, I mean, sometimes we can handicap ourselves, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So don't do that. Don't look back and regret not trying something or going somewhere, a new experience. Just live as much as you can, and worry about regrets later. Okay. And like I said, it's not really a regret. It's just a lesson learned. So next time you can do it better. You can help your kids do it better. You can help your friends do it better. And I guess I better go ahead and get stuff together because I think I'm going to put my roof on. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments below, what's one thing that you regret so much not doing or saying or experiencing? Uh, and share that with everybody, okay? So, next letter, I do believe, is S. I got a good one, I think, for that one. So, we're getting close to the end of season 4. Can you believe that already? Season 5, fast approaching. Any letter that you want to contribute toward with an idea, leave them in the comments below as always. And this is MntDewMania. This is season 4 of Redneck Rants here on Vox Populi. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you guys next time. For now, so out of here. Later, guys.